You little paddy. You thieving Nick. Got it all wrong, Welsh.
Oh. Hello everyone, welcome in. My name is Kai Zammit. I'm a director, cinematographer and writer based in the south of the UK, and today's video is a Patreon request and it comes from the Grand Master member, Soviet Nexter, and they very kindly requested that we check out all the cutscenes to Red Dead Redemption. So I'm super excited to check this game out today, and the reason being it's a game from 2010 I believe, and mainly on the channel we've been checking out these new cinematic quadruple A, triple A blockbusters with all these swooping camera movements, organic camera movements. We've got light rays in there, particle effects, and that's actually what's making newer titles look more cinematic and more expensive looking, is all these particle effects giving us texture in there, multiple layers, as well as the actual colour grading, so the visual narrative. What's a game from 2010 going to be doing to lift up the production values? Is it cinematic at all? So yeah, and I've heard it's a bit of a blockbuster, this game, so I'm really curious to see personally what a blockbuster from 2010 was doing to a game like a blockbuster of today's date. So with all that said and done, let's find out, shall we? To the Wild West.
All right.
Oh, that's nice. I love it when games or anything branding keeps with the theme of, as in their titles keep with the theme of the game. Oh, they're hitting us with piano chords. Piano is a great way to, normally especially with Christmas ads, it's a good way to get that emotion going, and obviously it's important to these people. It's normally used as a sign of hope. The crowd dispersed. Then the wow came in. What we got? Police? Marshal? That's what I expected from the opening title card. That wow, and with the harmonica as well. So much done like what, a 90s movie. Very big, stable, stabilized shots. We see that there. We had a pedestal shot coming down from a jib, or a crane, as some of you guys might know it as. But yeah, it's a jib. The camera's always moving though. Yeah, so I'm giving that 90. Okay. Oh, that's nice. I like that. I love the fact that it darkens off on the edge, vignettes off a little bit. Still got texture in there. Almost like a lava lamp. Here we go, so it looks like Back to the Future 3, that bit. See the way it's all coming up. But yeah, you'd use a big crane back in the day. Or a jib, but nowadays you just do drones. Whoa, that train's going crazy.
For one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally
nice.
Bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but
Hey, they've got layers in there.
Access to heaven.
Oh, see that? They're giving us world building there.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
It's okay, so in the intro I was like, how are they going to be using... How are they going to make this very cinematic? Because cinematic is what makes games blockbusters. It is.
Father, but I heard that
Gameplay will get you somewhere, make you the game of the year.
No, only angels.
But it's beautiful in its own way, and you don't hear that cinematicness to it. And this has definitely got it. It's like a 90s movie, this. I love it.
Man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Are they foreshadowing? Is that like a little side mission?
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family...
We're getting a huge amount of world building here, aren't we?
Apparently. But John's family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
So immediately we've got stabilised camera, so like you'd get from like the older Hollywood movies. Loads of dirty framing here.
Brought here to spread the word.
But the camera's always moving.
And the word and civilization.
See, even now it's just slightly moving.
They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do
these
not
layers.
kill each other.
Got foreground, midground,
Let you
background in there.
worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Even got catchment in the eyes.
It is confusing.
So little light
You only have
sources.
to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush.
So here we are, the camera's moving around again, orbiting around our lead clearly, because we're learning the world through him. Man, he's got a banging look, got character design. Again, look, see the camera's truck in there, coming round. That's what I mean, it feels like a 90s movie. It feels like I'm watching like a Back to the Future sort of style, yeah? Love it.
Marston! Mr. Marston, over here!
Mr. Marston, is that what over here? And like you get those long intro cards, or you don't get them anymore.
Sometimes.
Movies should start.
Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Give me a sick beat. Yeah, look at the light in here. Do you know what, this looks
You ain't gonna find
not bad.
horses than these in all of New Ulster.
You could play this today and still be like, yeah, okay, it hasn't got the particle effects in there so far.
No need to kick up a lot of dust.
Got any dust plumes? Oh, we have got some in there, look. But nowadays it's like every shot. But this looks lovely with this low sunset.
So it's Fort Mercer you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the port in a long time.
And then we've got lens flares coming on, or at least light aberrations.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. All kinds of soldiers around back then.
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for
Love these nice long shadows.
Well, like I says, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as most rated back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Who's he looking for? But if you're ever doing drone work or anything you want to sort of do filming, this is why sunrise and sunset is amazing, because you get these long shadows.
I doubt
This
it.
looked rubbish
I ain't
if it was
planning on
midday.
staying very long.
Well, if you're
Short shadows.
for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Like beef landed. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hole up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
What I like about Rockstar stuff, because I have played Grand Theft Autos in the past, is the outlandish characters that they can put in there.
So it was the marshal who hired me, Lee Johnson. Do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
Oh, hello, son. beautiful. We're going to get a lot of that with this game, aren't we? Huge amounts in the sepia, pushes in the oranges.
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you're better off not knowing.
He's got a fantastic voice. Marston, our lead.
Damn coyotes. What a waste of good meat. Not far now. You'll see the fort when you get to the top of this
I think
hill.
this looks really good. Like, yeah, I say it looks dated, but look at the lighting. The lighting is lifting it up for us, giving us that. And the moving camera.
Listen, mister. This here is what's left of Fort Mercer. Some
Oh, look at
gang
this.
rode in and took the place over.
Little pedestal up, little orbit strafe round.
This is where we
Everything's in
part
focus,
ways,
though.
friend.
That's the only thing that lets it down.
You have yourself a good time.
But it's a game at the end of the day. So, I mean, to make that look cinematic, you would blur off the background. You'd have a shallow depth of field. You'd have it slightly, because everything was in focus. I was like F22 almost. Like you're using spherical lenses, like photography glass. And you'd have a shallow depth of field and a bit of bokeh blurred. And he would look more cinematic that way. But as I said, it's a game from, 2010, so... But I did notice on the train car that he was out of focus and the background was in focus because it's him listening in on it. That backlit building. Bit of motivational lighting from him coming from the flames. That's nice. Bill! Hey, Bill!
I've come for you.
Is Bill an old buddy? Well, don't sound like
Bill
it.
Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Oh, he knows the
Nobody
name.
needs to kill anyone,
Oh, his voice,
Bill.
sorry.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh,
Oh, I love this.
do I
Coming
look
out of the
like
shadows,
Satan?
mate.
Bill, please.
Oh, look at this.
You
Look, the
wanna
camera's
kill us
coming
all.
in.
I can help you.
They want to kill us all. Who?
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words.
Look where they're trying to show him that he's got the power by leaving the camera
Now, John.
tilted up at him.
Now I'm in charge. No more Dutch. And no more you.
So what, they are like an old group, group
I
or something.
implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well,
Oh.
Oh shit. That is very interesting. Normally you with your lead characters, they're like badass waves. But it's interesting because the camera's always tilted down at us, which makes us look inferior in the confrontation between two characters. Understandable, he's up high, yeah? But he didn't even whip his gun out, he just immediately got shot. So it makes our character look a bit weak. Unusual. Normally your lead characters are badasses and we get to play this badass. Is this a way of us growing into the world? Growing into this, I'm assuming, legend? Oh, look at this. It's lovely. We're going into blue hour now. Blue hour now is when the sun has buggered off. It's gone underneath, yeah? And then everything just hits up with blue and you get the blue bounce off everything. It's actually my favourite light source.
Well, you're alive.
But you only get about 15 minutes to film.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam.
I'm guessing that's a lot of money back then.
Die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarlane. Miss Bonnie McFarlane.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarlane.
I love this dialogue exchange.
So what were you doing?
I was trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
What do we do? Go straight to the
Bill
boss?
Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
He sounds dumb. Different dumb.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you.
Good flow of cutting here.
Life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
It's about every, what, about 2 or 3 seconds we get a cut. It's good. Fresh for the eyes. Eyes get bored after about 7 seconds. You need that refresh. Unless you have a really long take, then the subjects within the composition are moving.
Mr. Marston.
Thank you, ma'am.
But that felt like a 7-camera setup.
Get out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure.
Oh, this
Come on
dust
in.
plumes.
I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
I think for this game, they're going to use shadow to a length of shadows to give us that texture in the game to fill up the composition.
Miss McFarlane.
Remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time.
Ooh, those light sources are
Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will
But there'd
see
be
you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarlane.
She almost sounds like a different character. Like a different voice actor. Oh, interesting. We didn't go to see. What is it like? Was it just like a few little bandits or something? If you sleep, you'll wake up 6 hours later. I was positive, like with light sources like that, they'd be a little bit more on the
Mr. Marston.
warmer Kelvin.
How are you doing today?
I'm well, Miss McFarlane.
But it works with this setup.
Well, I'm fine. Thank you.
God, fucking
So,
hell, that's a big
how
bloom.
are your ribs?
Fine. A little sore, but apart from a couple extra scars, it'll be as nothing happened.
Good. Come in, come in. You know, you never did tell me how you met that Bill Williamson or what you wanted from him.
I love the
No,
world
miss,
building on
I
this
did
shit.
not.
Well, why not, if you don't mind me asking?
I certainly don't mind you asking if you don't mind me not telling. See, it's a complicated and somewhat pathetic tale, and by telling you, not only would I be putting your life in danger, but also threatening the lives of some people that I hold very dear.
Well, I apologize if I seem to be prying.
And I apologize for my reticence. Hope you believe me when I say that it's simply out of respect for you.
Of course, Mr. Marston. I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
I'm no city man, miss.
Yeah, but I
But
saw
say,
you get on
Either.
the train at Blackwater.
You don't seem like no
with
city
those
man.
gentlemen in bowler hats.
I'm still no city man.
But I bet you can't ride, Mr. Marston.
I hate to take money from a lady, miss.
Oh, you won't be.
I like these close-ups they do of him every now and
Makes you
then.
happy.
We'll see.
They don't do enough of them for my liking, but every now and then they'll pop one in, and it's like just, the composition's lovely.
On the count of 3. 3,
The classic
2,
horse race, is it?
1, go! I trust you're not going to be a gentleman about this.
You don't know me at all, Miss McFarland. Come on.
There's quite a little interesting side missions, aren't they? To one, set you up, I'm guessing, for the more horse racing in the game, but also a great way of teaching you how to ride the horse fast, maybe.
I feel getting bitten by a lady.
Look at that sun coming up. Yeah, this is nice. Did that boat chicken came across? Layers in there and all the plumes come up.
You should go pay the marshal a visit in Armadillo sometime.
Texture.
I'm sure he could help you deal with that nice Mr.
And look,
Williamson.
foreground, midground, background.
I might just do that, Miss McFarland.
You do whatever you think's best, Mr. Marston. Ah, Mr. Marston, how are you?
Good, Miss McFarland. How are you?
So can you just go around and do whatever you want?
Riding with me to
Open
Armadillo.
world.
I've got to get some supplies and I could do with the company.
Of course.
You can take the reins. It wouldn't
Here's those
do
long
for a
shadows.
terrifying bounty hunters such as yourself to be seen driven around by a woman.
Yeah, it's good. Like the way they're talking is like, ha ha ha. Like, yeah, it's very organic dialogue. And the camera is very
Get
stabilised.
yourself into Dr. Johnson's office to purchase some medicine. The first
Oh look,
one-
we've got light blemishes across the top.
I'll pay you back.
I'm sure you shall. The doc's a good fellow. He saved your life, so be polite to him. Meet me in front of the general store when you're done.
If that was true light blemishes, the blacks wouldn't be as black because all your black levels get lifted up.
It was nice to be able to enjoy the view for once. And a little company never hurts now and again.
You're more than welcome, miss. Least I can do. Thank you for the medicine.
Why don't you have a look around
They
Armadillo?
were using fucking
You can
telephone
always take a
pole or
stagecoach back
poles.
to the ranch later.
I might just do that.
Foreground.
Travel safely, miss.
Try not to get yourself shot. I won't be around to save you this time.
So that's how they're doing it then. So it really is, the camera's always moving. Very gimbalized, where nowadays you get handshaking there or handheld motion. And this is what's giving us that 90s, very older movies, and I love that. That's my favourite. They're using also long shadows in there, sunset and sunrise, where there's a bit of bluebow in there to give us that lovely, sexy lighting.
Hey, you got a visitor.
And that makes it more cinematic as well, beg your pardon.
Shut up, you.
Ding!
And what you want?
My name's John Marston. You wanted to speak to me.
You got a visitor.
I did?
Apparently so.
Why?
I guess because we're both in the business of the law.
This is what's going to crack me up. And it's really good because there's no music. It's just diegetic sound.
You that fella from the train
Or an ambience.
company?
No, I'm from Fort Mercer.
Fort Mercer. You them one of them Williamson boys.
Calm down.
Go on, shoot him, mister. Shoot him.
Come what, you getting kicked with me, boy?
Oh, look at that.
What's going on here?
Up the side of the barrel.
I got me one of them Williamson boys.
I got me one of them idiots who give marshals a bad name.
Jonah, put your gun down.
Williamson boy.
You must be the man from Blackwater.
Yes, sir.
So what, we a bad boy turned good?
That dog ain't too bright, but he seems loyal.
Jonah, get out of here for a minute.
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson, sir.
That's really interesting. That one line that came from Marston.
Oh, I done seen enough of your hide around here, friend.
I think there's some school children down the way you can go and frighten.
Oh, hardy fucking har.
What are you doing here, Mr.
I
Marston?
love the dialogue.
Apart
It
from
gives us that
bragging
Marston's
about
got history, he's got experience, he's very wise, and I love that with our characters, just
Capture
subtly
or
dropping it in.
Kill Bill Williamson.
Okay.
Can you help me?
He's outside my jurisdiction. He's in the next county.
This old timer legend with his
Of
old
course, Bill
stogie.
Williamson and his boys have tended to keep themselves away from my town.
So you're happy to have him out there?
Well, I ain't happy, but I also ain't suicidal. My job is to keep this town safe, not clean up all of these 3 counties. It's hard enough around here.
You know,
And that's what our job is it, in the game?
I hear you speak, and suddenly I'm reminded of how some of the people I respected most in my life had a problem with authority. What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm
Show me that little close every now and then. I love it.
I've enjoyed spending your time running around pursuing noble causes. My cause is to keep this town from turning into a living hell for the folks who live here. Whole world has problems, mister, and I'm here doing what I can.
Why? What's happening?
Right now, I got the railway, the people who pay my salary, trying to get me to turn a blind eye to them burning down settlements up there. I got a bunch of cattle rustlers out near Box Canyon, needs shutting down.
Fuck's that banging noise?
Gang that keeps murdering homesteaders out in the back country, and I got a bunch of hoods over in the saloon, drunk, threatening to shoot up the whole town. That's all I got today. But it's early yet. Give me a couple more days. There'll be more.
So it looks like the internal lighting's a bit fucked up.
Let's go deal with them hoods in the saloon.
All right.
Discuss Williamson.
And see the way the camera's tracking in there on him. Okay. Got yourself a deal.
You're a persistent little cuss, ain't you?
Yeah, so I mean, the internal lighting's a bit whack on this. I'll be honest. It looks like this random
Rat bastard now.
blemishes or blooms on the walls and things like that, which I believe is meant to be obviously ambient lighting.
Hole he crawls into.
But yeah, like the ambient, the motivational lighting isn't quite there, but it does the job of getting you in the game and things like that. But the outside lighting is fantastic because look how silhouetted they are because it's sun's up higher, and they always try to backlight them ever so slightly.
Company, boys.
But they've now the camera's great, really gives you that movie-esque.
We'll work our way up this hill.
See where the camera came behind the bush? Little subtle things like that.
Mr. Marston, why don't you check in with me next time you're in town?
I don't want to be no policeman, Marshal.
Nor did I, my friend. I can promise you that. I'll see you soon, Mr. Marston. Yeah. Woo.
Oh, even got the old heat waves in there. You see how stuff sometimes can look really cinematic, like with all these dust plumes and things like that? It's because it's layers in your shots. That's why you play games, you go, wow, this looks good. And you can't work out why. Well, that's what it is.
It's a new line. Hello. Hello.
Sounds fun. What's happening?
I have no idea.
So this lighting's better because it's the amp's coming in and the motivation's bouncing around.
Suddenly the world is full of days.
Yeah. I remember when we first got here. We used to consider people from Dade County to be exotic. Now guys can get here from the Midwest, and they can do it in 6 days.
Things have changed.
They've gotten away from me. Hello? I don't understand it no more, boy. Honest to goodness.
I'm not sure I do.
Marshal! Marshal!
I love this old dog.
Marshal!
New tech stuff coming in.
I just been up in the canyon, spying like you said. I think I seen me a couple of them rustlers. I think it was the Ballard twins.
Is his eyes wonky? It looks like one of them lads.
It was a group of 4 men rounding up Mr. Gulch's livestock, and none of them looked like any of Gulch's hands, so yes, sir, right now.
That sarcasm's most unbecoming, Eli. It's gonna hold you back in life, even worse than your lazy eye.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
And the beat.
Again, Marson?
They left the beat on him.
Help me?
I will try.
It'd be my pleasure.
And this is what makes it a good game. Granted, there's gameplay in there, which I'm not really seeing. But these character development of these two characters talking to each other. And they keep cutting back to that prisoner as well, which makes me think he's going to come up later.
Just get them cattle back safe.
All right. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Well done, Mr. Marston.
Yes.
I'm really curious to see what Red Dead Redemption 2 is like, because being that's more of a newer title, isn't it?
I'll do what I can.
Because this looks good.
You know, as you can see, this country is infested with all manner of scum.
Say that again.
Well, one other thing, Marshal.
Look at that lighting. It's actually quite horrible. But it works for this
West Dickens,
theme.
the tonics merchant. He was due in town last week.
Oh, the narcotic and bat piss salesman who cons housewives out of their money with promises of eternal youth.
Yes, him, but I think you're being a
Oh,
little
saying
unfair.
snake oil, is he?
He's helped a great many of the county, and many of the townsfolk are really missing him.
You hear that, Marston? We just butchered a gang of thieves, and the town is up in arms about a missing snake oil merchant. I'm so glad to be serving such a wise and respectable people. Come on, Eli.
Yeah, like, listen to those cicadas. Well, they were there. But you got that huge soundscape, that ambience.
Mr. Marston.
And I really like, they're my favourite bits when they're just talking. Very immersive.
Yes.
Now you get your bit of music in there.
To settle here and build a life for yourself.
I'm afraid those aren't my plans. See, I already have a life. Well, I had one, and I'm trying to reclaim it. Or maybe what you could say is I had two, and I'm trying to end one of them so the other can survive.
You do so love to talk in riddles, Mr. Marston. Do you do that, I wonder, as a substitute for having anything interesting to say?
Probably, Miss McFarland.
Oh, call me Bonnie, you fool. Call me Bonnie.
That's the thing with Rockstar, it's the dialogue, isn't it, that's very good.
I'm married.
Fits.
I have a son. I had a daughter, but she died.
Oh.
Years before that, I rode in a gang. We robbed banks, trains.
Oh, okay.
Ransom.
He's a
Killed
bad
people
boy.
we didn't like. Bill Williamson was in that gang. Now, if I don't capture my former brother in arms, great harm will befall my family.
Oh, I see. That's a good story.
I suppose any of this is very interesting to you, but I hope it explains why I wasn't so eager to talk about it.
No, I do understand. I had no idea. You poor man.
Even in this new country, memories don't really fade. My father was an illiterate Scot born on the boat into New York. He never saw his homeland, but
These lovely textures on the shadows cause them on.
you'd imagine he only ever ate haggis and wore a kilt. And he hated the English for what they had done to his
Mate, I
great-grandparents
fucking love some
he never
haggis.
met. People don't forget. Nothing gets forgiven.
That's true. Especially when it comes to money. And you know, even now, after all his labors, my father's debts are still terrible.
There's shit, look, just slightly tracking out. Now tracking in.
It would kill him.
My father died when I was 8 years old. His eyes were, well, let's just say he was blinded in a bar fight south of Chicago. My mother died during childbirth.
Oh.
She was a prostitute and he was her, well, I don't know what he was.
Wow, what an upbringing.
Sent off to an orphanage and ran away and fell in with a gang.
My word.
They're his new family, yeah?
What a difficult life you've lived.
The leader of the gang taught me how to read, taught me how to see all that was good in the world. He was a great man in a way.
But you killed people.
Sure. And I've suffered for it. And that's the life I left, or tried to leave. Said too much, Bonnie. I'm an
Amazing, isn't it? They're just using that,
in here to do all I can do well.
using that tree shadow to give you to make it look better.
Blood so that another man may do his part to cut crime in an area, and a
Simple
rich
trick.
man can be elected governor on the back of these promises.
Civilization is a truly beautiful thing, Mr. Marston. Listen, can you help me?
Well, I can try. What do you need, money?
No, nothing so complicated. I need an extra hand to take out the herd to pasture.
Sure. Point me in the right direction.
He's a very, I like this character, the way they built him up. Because he had history, he's got that bit of age in there, which I really like. I don't like really young protagonists, I like a little bit of experience in there, even though it was hidden.
Either that, or you were a cow in a past life.
He's got a shit past, makes better characters.
I have work to do back at the ranch.
But I like the concept of it. You know, you're like taking out your former brother in arms.
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
So do we see more?
Did you meet my father? John Marston, this is my father, Drew McFarland.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Marston. Please. So, my daughter informs me that you're here on some secret mission to...
Man, the internal lighting on here is ugly.
Something like that. I'm grateful for the hospitality, sir.
Well, you know, we've lived here for 30 years now. Came here from the east.
Man, that's got some big old mutton chops in there.
For 10 years, we fought the Indians.
No, not mutton chops. What do they call it? Just
and we had outlaws.
it's like Hulk Hogan.
And we had
There's a
drought.
tash.
And we had smallpox, terrible winters, cholera. I buried more of my children than I raised.
Sorry to hear that, sir.
I've seen strong men wither and die under that unforgiving sun.
Yeah, the voice acting is
Cattle
brilliant on this.
take sick and die. But I've never once doubted my life here.
No, sir.
Got really nice rasps on their voices.
When I hear about this so-called federal government sending out agents to covertly murder and control people, then I start to worry. I mean, yeah, all right, Williamson is a menace, and men like him are the plague.
They even kept
But isn't the government
pauses.
a worse menace? And all that symbolizes, I mean.
Any sentences.
You may be right, sir.
Well, you're a brave man. You're always going to be welcome here. But you tell your friends out east that we don't want to live like that out here. Sneaking around and spying and secret missions. Right? It's preposterous.
Almost got like whispers on their roll-offs. Love it.
Good. Good. Well, we won't insult you any further. Come on, Bonnie, we got things to do.
Mr. Marston, do you want to join us? It's Daddy's favorite pastime. Apart from political discourse, that is.
What is?
Breaking in horses. Come on. I hear you're a pretty decent rider. For a city dweller, that is.
So how you make internal shots look more prettier is you would have all your practical light on, so yes, your lamps and things like that. So when you watch movies, that's what they've got. But they wouldn't have, because it's all candle lit, they wouldn't, or oil lit, they wouldn't waste that during the day. But that's, you could have, because it's a game, because it's not real.
Well done,
But I think they did it to keep with the reality of the game. But that's how you make those internal shots look a little bit more prettier. It's ugly.
Let's go, Mr. Marston.
But it fits with the game, though.
Do with those horses.
And they got that higher sun of an A, shorter shadows, and those big, dirty black bags under their eyes. And that's why this lighting looks harsh and a little bit ugly sometimes.
What magnificent animals they are. Hey, the stallion's getting away.
Apart from that one.
Bring it back.
Mate, he was walking like he crapped his pants.
We got some fine horses.
Damn.
You know,
Shit my pants.
keep that stallion as your own, as a thank you.
Ah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, gone down that way. Nice. See how much nicer that looks when all those, that dust is just rolling across. I guarantee the next game has got a ton of that.
Come on, let's go!
I'm really curious to compare the two now. Not necessarily graphically, but what they're doing visual narrative wise.
And the chicken. Well, thank you, Amos, but it's the herd I'm worried about.
I know they're
Amos? I thought you said anus.
The weather is coming in real fast.
So what do you suggest, Amos? We leave the herd out there to be scattered by the storm and ourselves left here to die without a livelihood?
Can I help?
No, miss. If the men get caught out in that storm, they're gonna die.
And if we lose our herd, we'll all die, you stupid man.
Doesn't sound like we're left with much of a choice then. Come on, Amos. Round up your men. Let's get the herd.
Dang.
Oh, we have, look at this. Got little lens aberrations from the water hitting it.
They're spooked! We have to stop the stampede! Herd!
Wow, look at these light levels. Oh, I love that. Look at that, the way... I love it when you get big storm clouds and you get that orange, especially at sunset. And you get that orange palette at the back behind the darkness. Mmm, so good.
Decent rancher one day.
Thank you, Miss McFarland.
Is that going to be ending? We're going to be like a nice...
Excuse me.
Have our own farm in that.
Excuse me, sir. You need help? Mister, you alive?
Fuck. God damn it. Good head ends.
Bugger.
I said, no, I'm not okay. Do I look like I'm okay?
You look pretty good for a corpse.
Praise
Oh, I love the...
Move up,
I
mister.
don't know if that's a glitch, but I like. It looks like the wind's blowing his outfit.
Doctor or an undertaker. Whichever you need once we get to town.
St. Peter, open up them pearly gates. I'm coming home.
Come on, mister. Come on.
Hurry, sir. I'm bleeding like a badly butchered hog. You'll be fine. Just focus. You better take the reins. I don't think I'm strong enough.
Might have him to blow off.
I'm finished. Done for. Just sit up straight, will you?
See, with the camera's always moving. Like, you could have just tripod it, put it on sticks, but it really gives it that
We made it safe. You'll be happy
cinematic
now.
look. Because that's what it is. Cinema means movement.
Thank you. You're a gentleman and a true man of honor.
Comes from the term kinema.
Coming from you, I doubt that means much, but I appreciate the civility.
I owe you, sir. And I always pay my debts. Jesus. But if I die, I'm sorry for it. If not, I'll be your man for...
Let's get you fixed up first. Then we'll decide what you're my man for.
It's nice, this colour. I like it. Blue and orange. Oh, not really orange, really. It's more in the yellow range. But normally you'd have more on the orange of a Kelvin.
Tell you, with no uncertainty, that miracle cures are no laughing matter. I bid you good day, sir.
Oh, is he the old snake oil bloke?
Oh, Mr. Marston, good to see you. How have you been keeping?
I'm well, Mr.
Mr. West Dickens. Nigel West Dickens of East Cheap, London, New Waverly, New York, and Armadillo, New Austin. At your service.
Oh, I love the little flies in there.
At everyone's service. At the service of science, of knowledge, of life.
How are your wounds?
Much, much better. But then they would be.
Would be...
I know a cure for all ailments, Mr. Marston.
Ah, I'm sure you do. And I'm sure for just $2 an ounce, I could live forever.
Oh, but for you, sir, I do a bulk discount rate of $1.95 an ounce. As long as you buy 100 ounces or more. That's a lot of immortality.
Give it up, old man.
That's Mr. West Dickens to
I'm
you,
loving all
boy.
this scar on him.
Give it up, old man.
Marston,
With shoulders up.
broke. But this stuff is good. It works. I need a healthy young man like you. Come along, let's ride over to my newest customer at Ridgewood, and I'll explain while we go.
Okay.
They're good with the old catchment in the eye. So I was talking about that earlier. It's basically light sources, spots that come in the eye. It makes you look,
So no one sees us
even when they're
together.
heavily contrasted or silhouetted characters, they still have the catchment, and it's
Showmanship.
what you want. It's what you need, really.
Hard-working souls of Cholla Springs, gather round, gather round. Do you suffer from rheumatism?
So you can't see the light leaks here, obviously too far away, but look a bit dead in the eyes. But he's got a little bit now coming up.
Neurologic or inflammatory pain? Well, I represent the only company that makes the genuine article that cures headache, neuralgia, earache, toothaches, backache, swelling, sprains, sore chests, swelling of the throats, contracted cords and muscles, anxieties and ravaged nerves, stiff joints, wrenches, dislocations, cuts and bruises, and it adds vitality and vigor to the healthy man.
But can you prove it, old man?
Oh, I'm
Yeah, this lighting is ugly.
customer here who could prove the qualities of its by taking
It's because they're filming. It's caught in the shadows.
Come up here. Step right up.
They almost like need a little edge light. Have an edge light on there of daylight range, yellow gel or something like that now, and it looks nicer.
Poor, wretched
Makes you come out a bit more.
entirely unknown to me will demonstrate the effects of Dr. West Dickens' own patent tonic. Be you a
Is he actually gonna act?
or athlete, this miraculous elixir developed with the wisdom of the East keeps the muscles supple and relaxes the cords. It loosens the joints and gives a feeling of youth and vigor to the whole system. Not possible, I hear you say. Well, doubt no longer. Faith can move mountains, but I ask not for faith. I am a man of science, and today science will be vindicated.
What's he going to get him to do?
Your eyesight is greatly improved. Is that not so, friend?
If you say so.
That's right, it is. You heard him. What a good sport you are, sir. Now, gaze over yonder at that porch. If you squint, you may just be able to make out the skull that's hanging there. Go ahead, friend. Shoot that skull and demonstrate the miraculous eyesight you now
I love the fact that they're all stepping back.
Shoot it now! Remarkable! The eyesight of an eagle, granted by imbibing Dr. Westickens' own patent tonic.
Anybody can make that shot. This man is a fraud. If your eye's so damn sharp, why don't you try shooting my hat out of the air?
All right.
Friends, our test case has been challenged to shoot a gentleman's hat out of the sky above our heads.
You can fool these people, but you ain't fooling me. Right. Let's just see how sharp you is with a moving target.
If you miss it, do you fail the mission? Whoa, what was that?
Behold the power of the elixir, plucked out of the sky.
Hey! Hey! What? You think you can put a hole in a man's hat and just walk away, do you? Hey, it don't work like that around here.
I thought he was going to say he's got a hole in his hat.
Are you a man or not?
A challenge of battle has been offered to our volunteer. There it is!
Oh, you didn't see it.
Center's irrefutable proof. Do not let this opportunity pass you by.
Look, he's over there. Go get
it. This ends now.
Watch out! He's got
Oh wow, we're doing layers of rows of three here. Shit. Oh, a shootout. Are we going to get the cut behind the puck behind the back?
Marvelous shot, dear boy.
Oh, wow.
The kind of deadly accuracy that can only be afforded by the West Dickens elixir. Come, I have plenty for all.
I'm just drinking old He pushed him out of the way to get his own bottle.
No harm in trying one bottle, I suppose.
After all that, I love it. He went in and bought some anyway.
I'm just glad that my normal job involves either chasing after cattle or murderers. Not the likes of you, mister.
Don't be like that.
Yeah, it's dishonest work, mate.
If you'll excuse me, I'd like to say my goodbyes, head on back to the real world.
Wait, sir. I've been thinking about your predicament, and I think I may have an idea.
See what I mean with that edge lighting? It looks so much nicer.
Your cunning Odysseus. Beware of the Greeks bearing gifts, sir. Williamson had better beware. We will make them into Trojans.
I don't rightly get you.
I want you to go and see my old friend Seth. He can come across as a little curious, but I'm sure you two will get on. He's most often found at Coots Chapel. He's very devout.
Why see him?
Because between him and me, we can get those gates to open for you, and you can walk right in, just like in Homer's great Trojan yarn.
See how much nicer this looks when you get these long light panels on the side, and you get the motivational lighting bouncing up.
Right now, I need another gun.
Why? What's happening?
We've had this problem for months with this group of bandits who are getting drunk and murdering settlers. Last night, they went to a big place up near Ridgewood.
They burnt the place down, killed the men, burning most of them alive, and raped the women. Women folk then got their throats slit. One of them survived and walked in here this morning.
Anyway, we got a posse gathering up near Ridgewood. You ride with us?
All right.
Thank you, John Marston.
So every now and then the music, innit?
I know any other kind, sir.
But it's really good when you have just the soundscape of the world. Oh, he's drinking on the job.
Hey, wait up!
Is it one of those things like you have to do like about 1,000 jobs just to get one thing that you want done? Leads you on though, doesn't it? It keeps you playing the game. Just makes the games like really long. Is it a long game?
Somebody was so busy killing people, they went and dropped their gun.
Nice gun too.
Man, more dead bodies. And the fire's still smoking. Those scumbags must still be around.
Come on.
I like the old cloud formations they're about. It helps. Whoa! Oh, look at that light leak coming through. It's not kind of working very well. It's coming out of a pillar, but whatever. It looks good.
Holy mother of mercy.
But look what they're doing that to making you look up.
Some bandits came by and took us hostage. They're holed up in the farmhouse. Some of my family is being kept hostage inside.
Oh.
Luke tried escaping to the south, but then some robbers started chasing him down like wild dogs. I thought you were supposed to protect us, Marshal.
Now it's getting a bit more serious now.
You ain't nothing. You're just a man on a government payroll taking money that the rest of us have to pay for with our lives. What is wrong with this country?
Mount up, men. The man that kills the boss of that bunch gets $50.
It ain't about the money, Marshal. These are people's lives, people's homes.
Wow, serious, isn't it? Very good, considering that it's ropey looking, not ropey graphics, but you know, it's not today's standard.
John. I didn't kill you before, but I sure as shit will now.
Oh, it's him doing it, was it?
Here, Bill. You know you ain't man enough to stop me. You know I don't want to kill you. But
Very good though, with all serious tones on this game. I like it.
You should have a high opinion of yourself, John.
Got funny stuff and serious stuff.
Joe always said you were an arrogant son of a bitch. I guess he was about right.
Get 'em, boys.
Get him, boys! Everybody, take cover! In that shed!
They'd have got shot straight off those horses.
Look what I got here. There's something that you're still breathing. Come here, boy. Come on,
The way they did the power... Boom. The way they did the camera low, so you had the power status.
Nice to see you again, buddy. Thanks for your help, John. Norman here is going to help us get to Bill. Ain't you,
I say no, they're taking out Bill that early.
Mr. Dick.
That's our job.
Mighty kind.
Look at that.
Fuck you! Hog time. Let's get him to jail.
I was wondering if we're going to see a lot of grave digger.
Excuse me, are you Seth?
Who are you?
I'm a friend of Mr. Wes Dickens. My name's Marston. John Marston.
Goodbye, John Marston. It's been a great pleasure.
I need your
Mate,
help.
he's
Seth.
savage.
We need your help. Me and Mr. Wes Dickens.
Let me be frank for 1 second, partner. I hate people. It was people who got me in this mess in the first place.
What mess?
Look at me. Look, scrambling around, looking for maps, half insane. I ain't washed in 6 months. My hair falling out, my mind's going.
He's like Gollum.
What happened? My partner. He stole half my map. I never would have done that to him. Never. Look at me.
Dirty shoe.
My partner. My boy, my man. Moses Ford. I don't have the facility to tell you what I would have done for that man. And what I would do to him now.
Why?
Oh, I love these close-ups.
Because he stole half my goddamn map.
And what map's that then?
The map, partner. The map that tells me where it is.
Where what is, friend?
I ain't telling you that. I ain't. Don't make me tell, partner. It's mine. It's mine. All mine.
Sure.
He's got to be inspired by Gollum.
Where's this Moses now?
He's at Benedict Point. The law got him for exhuming. Some people feel
Yikes.
differently. Now, Moses, him and me are the same. The self-same.
Well, come on,
I bet
Seth.
this game is a bag of fun to play.
Let's go see Moses. Get you your map back.
Because the characters and missions are so varied. A little bit of hope he had with the music. And he stood up. That's nice, I like that. But what I like about this so far is, yeah, you got the cinematography and whatnot, but it's the actual storytelling of it. It's really funny sometimes. Love that 90s camera work. And it gets really serious on the same thing as well. Like the whole of those women.
For a quick parlay with that son of a bitch.
I'm sure I can think of something.
And like bad stuff has to happen before we can even react to it, and obviously nowadays we can prevent that stuff, but yeah. And she said, well, it's not about the money.
Leave him away from the shack and out of sight. Somewhere out past that hill.
What he's walking about.
Good job getting rid of them clowns. Now keep an eye out in case they come back.
Interesting, we blocked the talent. Unusual. What I mean by that is the Marston was blocking us, the lead character, couldn't see his face.
You got a visitor.
Oh my God, Seth. They arrested me. It weren't my fault. Ah! Get the hell away from me!
He's running his hands up.
I need him alive, though.
Let me go! I'm begging you!
Do you like chasing your horse, mate, and lasso him up?
Moses, you son of a bitch!
You son of a bitch.
Damn map! Damn you, Seth! Damn
He looks like him.
Seth. You've always been a twisting little freak. I ain't telling you shit. Ah!
Then I'm gonna cut piece by piece. Till you find your tongue.
Friend, this man.
See how it looks nice to that.
I suggest you take my advice and start talking.
Yes.
Marston, I want to cut into a bona fide man's flesh. Ain't never cut into a live one before.
That lamp in there really helps, though.
Oddfellows Rest. It's in Oddfellows Rest. Get away from me once and for all.
Well, ain't that a damn shame? I was starting to enjoy myself. I think you gone pissed yourself, Moses. These deputies went and put a bounty on your head. Best we clear it now. Don't need the law on our backs. I don't have no money, but I got me a pardon letter. Here, take it. You earned it for helping me with the Moses. Come on, we can pay it off in the telegraph office.
Oh, interesting. So if you get caught by the law, you can
Thanks for your help.
pay off your debt.
Don't worry yourself.
Or your bounty.
Thanks, Seth. Just help me when I come asking.
No problem, mister.
It's building up all these relationships, isn't it? And I'm guessing in the end we're going to end up using all of them. But anyway, I was talking about in that last scene why it looked quite nice, because you had that orange Kelvin coming behind him from the sunset. And then what made it nice was that little lamp of a different colour. Looked nice. Two of them flowing together. Really nice.
How are you, sir?
I'm all right. I met up with your friend Seth.
Oh,
He's interesting.
yes, interesting fellow. You
Opened
don't
it.
meet many men these days with the moral fortitude to cut straight to the chase like that, do you?
Thankfully not, Mr. West Dickens.
Yes, contemporary society is remarkably harsh on professional exhumers. But did you know that in ancient Egypt, it was an art form valued more highly than literature? I believe Seth comes from that school of thought.
How very interesting. Look, you thought any more about our plan?
Ah, your plan, dear boy, your plan. I am merely the help, not mercifully the arbiter of wisdom.
What you are, dear boy, is the man whose life I've saved twice now. A man who sells lies and deceit to unwitting people. A man who, if he doesn't help me,
Say he's going to
think
snap.
twice about putting a bullet through his skull. feeding to the vultures myself.
You see, Mr. Marston, you have the
What's with those
exterior
odd sound
of a wild
effects?
man, but the soul of an angel, and that is what I think I cherish most about you.
That's what I thought.
But before we can attend to your particular problems, we need some extra lubricant to oil the machinery of business. And this being America, that lubricant with which we concern ourselves is money.
So you got to go and do it again.
Money? What are you talking about?
Oh, we need weapons. Armor plate for the wagon. Extra hands. And I need some danger money.
So, let's sell some more of these cures.
Sell cures? Around here? Do you want to see me lynched? Oh, no. The sport of kings. Racing, my friend. The sport of kings. A noble activity without reproach. Exactly the kind of activity where a lying, cheating degenerate like myself can prosper. But come, let's finish the loading and we'll discuss it as we drive.
That's the only thing I don't like about it is like the random. You can hear the horse's feet, which is fine to a certain degree, but it's almost like that's the second sort of sound glitch that I've heard.
Well done.
But what I do like is where the characters move within the scene. I like that.
Wasting time, old man.
Very organic.
Patience, my friend. The Trojan horse cannot run before it can walk, if you'll forgive the metaphor.
They're moving up there.
Next, we need to procure some grand and overwhelming firepower. And for that, you need to contact an old friend of mine. Goes by the name of Irish.
Oh, I love that light on his
Irish.
face.
Yes, he's an interesting kind of fellow. He usually can be found in Armadillo or some other town around here on some bacchanalian revel or such.
Great. An alcoholic arms dealer.
What could be better?
I bet they've really ramped up the lighting and stuff and techniques that they use in Red Dead Redemption 2, which I believe is a prequel.
Mr. Marston, sir. John Marston.
I bet you any money
Mr. Marston,
you play as Marston as a kid or something. Not as a kid, but like, is it part of his gang? Is that what it is? It's the only thing I can think of.
Okay. So I made a few innocent mistakes when last we met. But my plan is still sound. Together we can conquer, if not the world, then certainly Bill Williamson.
But first, you need me to do you a favor?
You read my mind. I can only deduce you have been taking my tonic, sir, as instructed. It can give the most ordinary of intelligences a remarkable insight.
I'll give you insight. I'll show you what your guts look like.
Please, sir, show petulance is nothing short of embarrassing. Think for a moment, sir. Think.
I'm thinking about how much of my time you're wasting.
Sir, I am about to do something which I greatly
Loving all the breathing of him.
Rational men. A selfless act for you. But sir, before I act selflessly, allow me to act selfishly and sell some of my wares.
Fair enough.
Oh, good, sir. Come, and let's go visit some of our fine friends in the other oil business we have here in Plainview. These men need all the help they can get.
It's all that is his breathing and the sounds that the other actors that are making. Man, he's fucking floating at the moment.
Friends! Hardworking souls.
But playing this back on what was that? 360 PS3 days.
Rheumatism, lumbago,
That was a rattle blast.
chronic sciatic, neurologic, or inflammatory pain. Well, I represent the only company that makes the genuine article which cures headache, neuralgia, toothache, earache.
Oh, this ain't gonna go the same way, is it?
This man is a fucking charlatan. He just got done swindling us down at Cho Springs with this song and dance.
I say we tar and feather him right now.
I say we shoot the bastard.
I think it's time we take our business elsewhere. I apologize if science is not your forte. Good day, one and all.
A charlatan. Well, we knew that wasn't going to go well. We've already done it once.
The speed with which a group of men can turn from passive sheep into murderous wolves.
I'm impressed with how you nearly got us killed back there.
Yes, perhaps we should shelve the tonics business for a period. What say we try our hand at racing again? There's a meet at Rathskeller.
You're trying my patience, Mr. West Dickens.
Well, I'm sorry, dear boy, but I'm only an aging vendor of exotic elixirs, not the bloody U.S. cavalry. Forgive me if matters take some time to prepare.
Yeah, this is nice. I like that. I think it's all the layers because the cart was moving, the camera was pedestaling down.
Mr. Marston! How wonderful to see you, sir. How wonderful.
Are we ready then?
Yes, sir. Nearly, sir.
I need another favour.
Nearly, sir. I just need some cash to get some extra hardware fitted to my old Trojan horse here.
You what?
Never mind, sir. I can only presume that you have not enjoyed the benefits of a classical education, so I will not take umbrage if some of my illusions sail over your head, sir.
I won't pretend to understand you, but I will endeavor to make you understand me. Either we do this right now, or I put a bullet in you and get on with.
Is he going to come up trumps later, this guy? He's going to proper help us out.
Man, Mr. Marston, but I did not think you were a stupid one. We
Or
need
is he
money
just
to outfit my carriage, to turn
mucking us about?
a simple tradesman's vehicle into something more subterfuge. And I'm about to tell you how we are going to gain said cash. Now I know that you ride very well. So come, sir, to Rathskeller Fork.
We've got some racing to do.
Gentlemen, this will be a
Yeah.
fair race. No shooting, stabbing, cliff pushing, rock throwing, cactus.
Oh, look at the heat haze in there, the black smoke from what, fire or a train? It's very immersive, isn't it? Like, the setting of this game. I can imagine you playing this for like 30, 40 hours and just being a joyride. You know what I mean?
In the glory of our victory.
Have we got enough money now?
And he's a good character, John Marston.
Seth and Irish have furnished their side of the
I like the lead.
I think we should be ready.
His voice is banging.
Assembled, don't you think?
A bunco, a grave robber, and a drunk. How could things possibly go wrong?
Yeah, it's like it's almost like a rasp on his voice that I really like. Whoa.
Yes, boyo, you messed up properly this time, didn't you? You little paddy bastard. You thieving Mick.
You got it all wrong, West.
Oh.
All wrong. It was French, I promise. He said he was
Oh,
going to rip
oh,
me.
oh.
Now he's ripping me off.
Here, keep on talking there, Irish. In about 15 more seconds, your whole whale's gonna turn black.
What's up, boys?
Fuck off, boyo. This don't concern you.
When a man with a sing-song voice tells me to fuck off, it always concerns me, boyo.
Look here, this patty bastard stole our guns, tried to steal our horses. Law's clear on the matter.
I never stole nothing, sir. Never did. Not in all my life. That French mommy is playing with the Welshman's tiny and ineffective mind.
Mate, they're throwing C-bombs left, right and centre in this.
Anyway, you all got horses now. No one needs to die. Leave them be.
Who do you think you are, boyo? The bloody cavalry?
Your voice is really starting to get on my nerves, boyo.
I'm not getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
Oh, was that like
Mr.
a
Nigel West Dickens said you'd help me load
Shootout.
my machine gun. And since I just saved your life,
I can't thank you enough for taking care of those two degenerates. Untrustworthy.
It's the
Poor in
accent.
personal hygiene. Lacking in the finer qualities of a gentleman.
what about the gun?
It'll be my pleasure. She's magnificent, government issue. It'll be a bit of a ride, but we'll get there soon enough. Follow me, fella.
Hey,
Make
boyo.
quick work of those fellas if they give you trouble. The gun's stored just inside that shack.
What about you helping me out?
I'll cover you from the ridge. I'm better from long range. It'll be a piece of cake, fella. Trust me.
The accents really fit on this. Mate, he looks like Spike. He's off, mate. When I say Spike, he looks like Spike from Buffy.
Hey, partner.
Get what you need? Ready to help me?
Not quite. Not quite ready. Yeah. You see, I wasted a bunch of time looking for that last bit of map. And I got to thinking, Moses was a liar. And I imagined myself doing all kinds of unpleasant things to his corpse. And then I realized...
Realized you were sick in the head? That you needed to move on with your own limited time on Earth?
No, partner. I realized Moses weren't no liar. The issue was Aiden O'Leary, who said he had the body. Aiden died in that flu epidemic, and the bodies weren't even buried yet.
Got the body sitting in the back of that wagon behind you?
Yes, sir.
You're not even gonna wait until they're buried before you...
Well, they don't care, do you, boys? Honest folk off to a better place.
Oh, his lips, mate. Looks like he's snogging him.
I never liked him. They say he lay with his sister. I don't like women, partner. I don't. Not since Mammy died.
Seth, what are you gonna do with those bodies?
I'm gonna take them back to a nice quiet spot and look for the map. I needs the map, partner. I needs it.
It's definitely that Gollum. It's the needs.
I reckon I'll sit here a while trying to figure this out. I'm gonna be rich.
When you're done with that, get over to Fort Mercer.
Do you ever find the map? I hope we find the map.
After I find my treasure, mister.
Because he's such an interesting character. Granted, he's batshit crazy, but he's so interesting. And it's piqued my interest, and I love it.
Not talking to Seth today? Oh, the old silent treatment. Oh, whoa, woohoo!
Hey, Seth. Seth, come back here.
Oh, hey, partner. I was just looking for you.
Looking for me? What? Over there?
How you doing?
I'm good.
Well, see you later, partner.
Where you going, partner?
Nowhere.
Okay. Nowhere wouldn't happen to be where that thing you're looking for is kept, would it?
No, sir. No, sir.
Come on, partner.
Okay, I was just...
I like, yeah. Come on, partner. Come on, partner. All this. He mimics people, doesn't he? And it's like that bit of sarcasm in there. I like it.
I see the light at the end of this very long, long tunnel.
So this is it, is it?
After all these years.
I bet it's nothing in there except a couple of pictures.
And Parisian whores from now on, mister.
I'm expecting some light to come out of it.
Goddamn hell is this? A glass eye.
I'm sure whoever that belonged to treasured it very much.
Stupid liars. Those stupid chicken shit maps.
That's it. The whole box had just a glass eye in it.
A glass eye. It's a glass eye.
Stop with the tears and help me with Williamson's gang. And you can come up with another excuse to go exhume one of your old friends.
Well, I guess, one man's junk is another man's treasure.
Treasure ain't done me no favors. Sure. I'm ready for the living. I'll see you and Mr. West Dickens over at Fort Mercer when you gentlemen is ready.
So is that it then? He's done now, is he? Until he's done? Or until we're ready? All these crazy characters coming together to make a big ensemble.
Get away from me!
Right here. Where's that machine gun, Irish?
Oh, Mr. Marston. I found you one.
It's just bizarre that we have to rely on such crazy, eccentric people.
You, me, and an assault on Fort Mercer. I'm the guy that saved you from getting killed back there, and who you owe your life to, remember?
Not really. Happens to me all the time.
You don't want it to happen to you again, do you, Irish?
No, friend. I wants to buy you a drink. I wants to tell you how much you means to me, how special you is.
And I want to tell you that if you don't produce a Gatling gun within the hour, you'll wish you'd been killed back there.
It's the whiskey, sir.
I say, give him an hour. He's all night to sober up.
Memory of a newborn babe, as innocent as can be.
Oh, drinking with his dirty lips on it.
And it makes me violently angry. Shall we go look for that gun, sir?
Yes. Let's do that.
Yeah, it's definitely a story that's caught you, you know, that's left that lasting impression on you guys. Because it's doing it to me. I love the craziness of these characters.
The entrance is plain to see, and there's a shaft them bastards used to haul out heavy ore.
The whole...
I mean you, can use that lift to get you and the gun to the surface. I do it all myself, but the mines play havoc with me sinuses. I find a fine place to hide these horses, and then return with a borrowed flat wagon.
I'll meet you at the mouth of the mine shaft. In Irish, I strongly advise...
The favour of the favour of the favour, to get a favour in return, that's starting to wear thin on me though. Because there's only so much you need that reward. Obviously, again, I'm not playing, I'm only seeing like parts of it. So it's nice to see that things are starting to come in. Well, it's all Mission Impossible type music. Boom, bada, boom, 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 bada, boom.
Be looking at your corpse being hauled up this lift. Load up and I'll engage the gears.
They're still making, even though I was saying that, you know, it's more about the story, there's still elements in there that give it that cinematic look, which I've spoken about the camera and that. And like, look at the composition. They do fill it out quite a lot. Like, look at this, cutting across the roof there. So it gives us a foreground element or movement or parallaxing elements in there.
Just make sure it doesn't fall off on the way.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Excuse me, Mr. Marston. Have you seen my father anywhere?
No.
He went out this morning to ride the land and was supposed to be back hours ago. I don't know. The ranch hands have been out looking, but so far they found nothing.
Well, come on, let's go look for him.
Daddy! What happened?
Oh.
Nice. Rustlers, I guess. Maybe the Bollard twins, that bunch. Now you head back to the ranch right now. Fetch the wagon.
Yes, sir.
Marston, you watch after her.
I'll do that, sir.
There's no way in through the front!
Whoa! Those people start to set fire to the barns.
Well done! Now let's save the horses! Somebody get them horses out!
Oh shit, mate. Yeah, I'll definitely applaud it for the time that it was made, 2010, and what they were doing. Like, look at that fucking cameras just coming in slightly.
How to handle yourself. Thanks, Marston.
Yes, John, thanks. You saved the ranch.
If you'll excuse me, I've got chores to attend to. Hey, hold on a second over there.
Sincerely, John. Thank you.
Well, did all I could, Miss McFarland. Sorry about all the damage. That gang seems to really want you out of here.
Yeah, well.
You have to take them out now, right?
I fought Indians. I scarcely think we're gonna be frightened by some white trash.
White trash can be pretty frightening.
Well, they don't frighten me.
Good.
John, my family owes you a great debt.
I think you got enough debt. You saved my life. All I ask of you is this. If I get back home and get my farm started back up, you'll sell me some cattle. I prefer doing business with people I know.
Of course.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we're planting seeds.
My pleasure.
I like that. Bit of foreshadowing there for later.
Well, you get some rest. I've got to go see how my father's bearing up.
And it's interesting as well, because normally with games like this or stories like this, you normally get a love interest. Like immediately when I saw him and her, I was like, oh, got to be a love interest. But then he was like married, he's got children, so it's interesting.
Fucking is.
Not going to be tempted.
Who?
Who? you? My daughter, you fucking scum! Where's Bonnie?
Whoa. I'm gonna back the fuck up.
After the fire. Why?
Why? Because she hadn't been seen since yesterday afternoon. I don't think I can cope. If I lose another child...
Now, Drew, nobody's lost anything yet. I'm sure she's fine.
Oh, Mr. Marshal! Mr. Marshal!
One of the gang members.
Come out wherever you are!
Who the hell's that?
Hey, buddy!
Like, look at that light blemish on the thing. Obviously, I'm guessing that's meant to be from the sun, but it wouldn't be that thing unless they've got like gloss paint on the wall.
Get down from that horse, boy, or I'll shoot.
I wouldn't recommend that, mister. Not if Drew McFarland wants to see his Bonnie back in one piece. Hey, Mr. McFarland! This is a nice girl you got there.
Get out from there!
You know, part of me's got to thinking I should just marry her myself. Give her a baby and that.
What do you want?
Shit.
That's better. I want Norman Deke. I want him set free. Then you'll get your daughter back, mister.
We don't do deals with outlaws, boy.
Yeah, you do. Let's not waste each other's time pretending otherwise. Old government themselves ain't much more than a bunch of crooks.
Yeah, well, there's something with the composition. Look at it.
Mister. And I'm giving you the opportunity.
We're framing.
Before 15 friends of mine take out all their anger and their loneliness on her.
Where the hell is she?
Where is she, boy?
Bring Deke up to Tumbleweed in a couple hours. And don't get no funny ideas, or I will slit that horse throat myself. You boys have a pleasant afternoon.
Oh, I love that line across his face. I wish he had it the whole time, though. That would have been really powerful.
We do as he says. You and me, Marshal. Mr. McFarland, I'll get you your daughter back. I owe her that.
Please do.
I wonder, makes me wonder, like, if you played this mission for a different time of day, would the lighting be different? Or is it always the same?
Hurry up, boy. Let's go. Quick as you can, Deputy. Make sure he's tied on good.
Stay with me, Marston. I won't let anything happen to her, sir.
Easy there.
John, you'll be exchanging the prisoner for Bonnie in the middle of town. Keep your eyes open. I sincerely doubt these scum plan to...
I like the tension they're building here. The old dirty horse up the top there. That's nice.
Norm here's gonna be my shield, ain't you, Norm?
It'd be my pleasure.
Oh, mate, they beat her up black and blue. I don't know, the guy watching has changed the music whether the music sounded a bit shit there, I'm not gonna lie, it sounded a bit cheap. But it's keeping with the scene.
I'm fine now, Mr. Marston. Thank you. Thank you. What the hell took you so long, you stupid man?
You weren't exactly helping me.
If you think I'm gonna lower myself by making a joke about being all tied up, you got another thing coming. Come on.
Mate, that made me cough. That's a proper chesty cough. Wow. I love the fact that she doesn't break character either. Like, she just keeps with...
Sister, put them up.
Irish, what are you doing?
Who the hell are you?
Give me that. I'm your old friend Amnesia.
Oh, blimey.
And I've come to tell you, if you ever pretend to forget my name or your debt to me again, I'll make sure you reach heaven before these two ladies. Now get down there.
Mate, stick his head in the water trough or something.
Marston, how are you?
Ashamed. Ashamed to know you. What the hell's wrong with you, robbing these gentlewomen and ladies of the Lord?
I thought they was doxies.
Ladies, I'm sorry about this man. He's unfortunately lost his mind to the demon drink. At least I hope he has, and he wasn't this stupid all along. So, please excuse us. Now, Irish, that Gatling gun doesn't work. I find that rather upsetting, don't you?
Oh, heartbreaking. Which is why I was just coming to see you when the drink got the better of me.
Oh, wow, look at him. That's a curse and a half, isn't it, the drink?
I know where we can find the parts for you. Motherfucking Mary. Shaky's made the arrangements.
I like the swearing in it as well. I like that. It just adds more fun to the scenes, and a lot of people, some people don't like that swearing in their dialogue, but I kind of like it. It's reality, isn't it?
All right. Now all we have to do is find out who you work with.
But they're keeping it with the accent, and they're keeping it with the culture of the accent where it comes from.
Son of a whore.
Suck my
again.
Oh! Labor relations don't sound like they're exactly at an all-time high. You sneak in and get poor Shaky loose. I'll go get the wagon. Good luck, Marston. He's a good man, that Shaky.
I'm guessing, looking at the blood on the wall.
Thank you for your kindness, mister. I thought I was dead, man.
My kindness is only as good as the bullets you can fetch up for me and your friend Irish. Let me down, and you'll be a dead man.
It's gonna be one hell of a fight.
Mate, he sounds like the fucking pig from Warner Brothers. Not that there's something wrong with his stammer, but it's just it had to come along with the territory of this game.
You'll get your half. More, you dirty fucking snake.
All right, gentlemen. Let's go.
I love the banter between.
Fuck. Oh, my virgin ears. Fuck.
My virgin ears.
Impressive, man.
Fantastic characters.
Ready to go soon enough.
Make my eyes water. Yeah, that's what I mean. You get this comedy ones in there, then you get the seriousness of it in there. Really good. We've got to do all this just to get into. What was it? Bill's fault, wasn't it? Is this like the main mission then?
John? Marshal?
Or does it open up a bit more?
Gentlemen!
Oh, there they are. The Avengers assembled. Him getting pushed to the back.
It's time. We must go.
Why? What's happening?
Seth has managed to get himself inside. But we can't
Oh, I forgot about him.
long, or they will soon realize how very curious he is and remove him from the premises. Or slit his throat and watch him bleed to death. But for a minute, he will delight and amuse them. That's when he'll get us inside.
Okay.
Marshals of the law, when the shooting starts, take that as your cue to start awarding each other medals.
Huh?
I mean, take that as a cue to get inside and clean up the mess.
All I care about is Williamson. It is vital we stop him.
Agreed. That man is a stone-cold killer.
Williamson's a proud fool.
Look at the composition on this. Beautiful framing here.
Which will win out between his pride and his instinct for survival.
Oh yeah, look at this. Band of brothers. Yeah, we're going to cut it all. Oh no.
Ensconce yourself in the back of my wagon, John, so that we can make our grand entrance.
Man, that's a Gatling gun and a half, isn't it? Look at that.
Come on.
Let's go.
All right, good. Now just stay put till I tell you otherwise. That scoundrel Seth had better not let us down. Once we're inside and I've lulled
Oh,
our
look at
adversaries
Fort Mercer.
into a sense of security with some beguiling sales patter, I will give you the signal.
What signal?
The moment you hear a sharp rap on the side of the wagon, rise like the phoenix and start shooting like you've never shot before. This is it, my dear boy. The moment of truth. Me and you, John. One last time into the breach. This is going to have to be the performance of my life. I hope my nerves don't get the better of me. I'll be honest with you, John. I'm a little jittery. John? John?
It reeks of miracles back here.
Thank God. I'll be ready with that machine gun, my dear boy. I'll be a sitting duck in there.
How did he get out there?
Welcome to my humble abode. Come on.
Greetings, my good men. What would you say if I said immortality was at hand? What would you say if I told you I could teach you to fly? What would you say if I told you I could turn a man into a beautiful woman? Impossible, yes, once, but no more. Gentlemen, I bring you wisdom from the East. I have here in this wagon some of the finest goods, the best medicines, and the newest inventions available for you and your families. Exotic trinkets from the far reaches of the earth, elixirs that give vigor and strength. And for you men of physical skill and athletic physique, this miraculous elixir can keep the muscles supple and relax the cords.
So where's Bill then?
The joints and gives a feeling of vigor and freshness to the whole system. Why, some men have reported to me that after drinking it for 1 month, they can chew through steel.
What the hell? It's a trap!
You're all about to have home footage!
I was interested. I thought you would have banged it and like, because that's you have to wind them up, didn't you? He didn't tell me he opened up that top roof. He'd have been shot down.
Fucking dang pig. Them cock-sucking son bitches escaped the other side of the fort.
All right, let's go. That's the last of them. We still can't find Williamson anywhere.
Hey, it's the snake oil guy!
Gentlemen, let me in, for goodness sake! That fool must be hiding.
Men, it is time to start tearing this place apart and find out where he's cowering!
A sense of urgency here, please!
Open the gate! It's the snake oil guy!
Get the goddamn gate open and lock it behind him!
Oh, we've got company, gentlemen! These scoundrels have got reinforcements riding this way!
Oh my good lord above! There must be 100 of them!
Oh shit! I bet he can't count, can he? See a couple. About 10 or something. Or is it just like a wave? But it's quite a few of them.
Oh, darn, I've missed it. Mr. Marston, we got a live one. He said,
Pissed his pants as well.
Bill's already run off to Mexico yesterday morning.
You'll never get him. Javier Escuela. He's gone to see Javier Escuela.
Who's that?
Make things interesting. We're in Mexico.
How should I know? Oh! Where in Mexico, you little shit?
Someplace near Chuparos, I think he said.
So they won't be able to come with us, will they?
Bandit country.
Oh, I love that. Look at that beautiful sky.
Heckin' Rosa. Well, I'll take you there, John. I'm real popular down there. You just meet me at the ferry. I've got lots of friends down south.
I'll see you at the ferry, Irish.
I'll just get me things.
I'm sorry about this, John. I guess you'll be heading to Mexico?
So it would seem.
Oh shit.
What is it down there?
Wonderful. A sweet, peace-loving people with the love of social justice. May you always find coin in your pocket.
Look where they framed it.
It's been a pleasure spending time with you, boy.
On the wall of
Mr.
birds.
West Dickens. Marshal?
All right, boys. That's enough.
Mate, this Bill, he's a right old slippery snake, isn't he? So it's a case of starting all over again, but in Mexico now. We have to find a new group of people that are going to help us, find out where he is. Wowza.
Yes, well, that's what makes you such an interesting fellow, Mr. Irish. Ah, Mr. Marston, I've come to wish you well. How are you, sir?
I'm okay.
It seems that our friend Mr. Irish here is well connected south of the border.
Oh, it's true. They love me down there. It's like a second home. I've got more friends than you could shake a stick at, should you so desire.
So you know the way?
Oh, it's easy. We just get on me raft here and let the current sweep us away to paradise. Come on then, Dovey.
I'm not sure your idea of paradise and mine are quite the same, Irish.
Relax, we'll have a great time and we'll find your man Williamson, no bother.
I hope so.
Hey, come on now. Look at it this way. I know
They're not going to be able to change the biomes, are they? But I wonder what they're going to do to make it different.
done you wrong.
No, but not through lack of trying.
Hey!
Well, you boys have fun down there. I shall miss you, John Marston.
Thank you. Where are you headed?
Oh, me? Oh, London or Paris or maybe Peking. I'm a traveling man, sir. This land is much too small for the likes of me.
Well, try not to get yourself killed.
Oh, well,
He cares, doesn't he, Marston? He's a good man.
Bunch in this land of myth and superstition. I'm off to the civilized world where men like myself are revered and given medals. Ha!
Have fun.
The same to you, sir. The same to you.
Oh, these horses look fresher. Whoop, and healthy.
Before you degrade these poor fools any further, tell me where I'm
Touching his balls.
Of course. Let me think.
You do know people down here, aside from your friends who welcomed us on the way.
Yes, I think so. I was real drunk last time I was here, John. You know how it is. I met an American guy.
He's going to cause us trouble, isn't he?
Drank with him in the village of Chuparosa. Funny guy.
You owe us money or something like that, and we're going to have to help him out.
Is that Canada? No, that was Canada. Guy here, not funny, but he's real nice. Failing that, you could try the provincial governor, Colonel something or other. Some Spanish name. He's based out of Escalera. Played three-card stud with him. Or was it four-card Monty? I forget. He was a real nice chap. Or maybe he was a real bastard. I was real drunk last time, John.
Well, thanks a lot for your help. Oh, let me guess. You got to be on your way.
Yeah.
The famed hospitality isn't what it once was, and I've never been known to overstay me welcome. So off I go to greener pastures. Good luck, John. You're an angry and a feck ugly man. But not that.
A feck ugly man. So the edge lighting was alright on it. That kind of helped with that scene, but it's really dark. You can barely see anything. And it's not like a goods you can't see anything. It just makes it a little bit ugly. So here now, are we? So what are they doing here? They've got a bit of green tint in there.
Hey, gringo!
Not so sepia.
No, sir. Pardon, pero yo habla un solo poquito español. ¿Habla English?
Oh, sí, gringo. Hablo mucho inglés. Hablo filthy fucking bean eater. Hablo slippery little Mexican. Hablo little piece of shit. ¿Comprende, amigo? ¿Comprende? Hey, what are you doing here, gringo? I don't remember inviting you to my country.
I don't think you did, amigo. I mean you no harm.
Oh, who's this watching on? Is he going to be our new guide, our new marshal, our new helper?
What harm could you do to us exactly?
Bang, bang, bang. And that's how you'd end the scene.
Now, I appreciate the welcome committee.
And again, we've got this lovely long length. We can do whatever we want with it.
Well, a beautiful afternoon on such beautiful land. Any further unpleasantries? Now, if you'll excuse me.
Hold it, gringo. I think you're forgetting something. A little taxation. I have a large family.
Very big. I too have a family friend. So that we may see our families again, I suggest we part ways amicably.
Oh, he's nicked his hat. How interesting. See how they lingered on that guy watching? I knew they were going to do that.
I think you can see him from where you're standing just fine, senor.
Take off the boots, Americano.
As you wish.
Oh, come on. Bang, bang, bang.
Oh, very good. Very good indeed, sir.
Oh,
What a
wow.
great way to improve border relations.
Look how
An
cool he
illiterate
looks.
farmer crossing the river, coming into their civilization and butchering the local peasants. Thank you very much, sir.
Don't mention it, old man.
You
Got
kill
like a Hulk
peasants,
Hogan vibes.
you become a peasant.
I never aspired to be anything more.
A socialist, huh?
Oh, I like the way the wind's moving the clothing.
Many things. Most of them bad. But a man of political principles? No.
Well, then I fear Mexico may not be for you, sir.
Don't you worry about me.
Oh, but I do worry. An angry man a long way from home, a man who handles a gun as sloppy as you.
I can handle a gun okay, partner.
Yeah, as long as you're killing quail or peasants. But if you have to face another man, you don't stand a chance.
And you do?
Can show you a few tricks. Come with me.
Hold on. What's your name?
That doesn't matter anymore. And you?
I never had a name, mister. I was raised in an orphanage.
A real American, huh? Wonderful. Just wonderful.
What a great way to introduce a character, the rasp with his voice. The fact that he was watching it, it led us in there. It's a nice thread of storytelling. And he looks like a bad ass. He's giving me that.
Keep on practicing.
Giving me that Hulk Hogan vibes about it. And I love a bit of character with age on it.
No one interesting. Who are you?
Landon Ricketts. Not
Landon
a name that
Ricketts.
means much anymore.
Means a little. You were famous when I was a boy.
Yeah, killing men's a strange kind of fame. I was the fastest in my time. I must have been. I'm the only one left.
What are you doing here?
Living quietly. Waiting.
For what?
Will we get to see him in number 2?
I don't know.
Landon Ricketts.
You?
I'm looking for a couple of men. Bill Williamson, Javier Escuela. Escuela's from here.
Oh, is that someone else we used to ride with?
It could be. This whole place is teeming with Americans on the run. Mercenaries, locals hell-bent on revolution.
Revolution? Another one?
Yeah. Never really ends. This whole place has been a hotbed for revolution since before the Spanish left. Now there's another local guy running around promising the peasants their
nice.
freedom.
A motivational lighting.
Last 2 or 3.
Bit of blue in there as well. Nice.
Foul bunch. Colonel Allende, he runs this place like a feudal king. He's an awful individual.
Is that so?
Yeah. Until someone puts a bullet in his head. Come on, let's get back to it. You gotta keep that back straight.
Yeah, I like the blue. I like the blue hues on this as well, mixed with the. It's teal and orange to a certain degree, or more yellow in this case.
Under attack just outside of town. We need your help again.
Whoa, slow down, Ramon. We'll take care of it.
Thank you, senor. Again, you are the savior of this town.
Well, my friend, are you ready to take a less theoretical exam?
Sure. I don't think I ever rode with no savior before.
There they are.
It's going to be a shame because when you get characters like that, I love them. Deadeye. Well, I love characters like that, but sadly they always tend to they kind of always kill them off eventually. It's always, and it sucks. A bit like Blade, for example. He's giving me like Blade vibes. Is it Whistler? And he was such a cool character. I love him, but they always bump him off.
Buy me a whiskey.
Antonio Banderas in Zorro. I love good characters like that. History, they're just awesome. But they are very fatherly figures, and they tend to have to die to then lead the hero, to allow the hero to
There's a war going on.
succeed.
My name's John Marston. Been
Almost like
sent
passing
here
a
to
mantle.
retrieve a couple of men. Can I speak to your commander?
You want to talk to my boss, gringo?
I guess.
Because I'm not good enough for you?
No, sir.
You think you're better than me?
What do you think? He's fucking Al Pacino.
To my country. My poor little country. And you think you can be friends with the president?
Oh, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Things must have come out wrong. Maybe you can help me.
You'll be sorry, friend.
See, look how good that looks because it's backlit by the flame.
Relax! Relax!
Sure. Somewhere between a threatening stare and the soldier's arm to the teeth? Yeah. Yeah, you had me.
Welcome to Mexico, amigo! Let's go meet, drink, and then we'll talk. My name is Capitan Vicente de Santa.
John Marston.
My country is in pain, John Marston. Terrible pain. The rebels have seized the people by the throat and destroyed a way of life.
I'm no politician, sir.
And I am no soldier, a killer. But we are both beholding to our
Seems like a nice boy.
a brave man. Perhaps you've heard of him. Coronel Allende. He's trying to preserve the order in our province. To keep our civilization alive. But it's tough. The people are confused and usually swayed.
Either that or he's drunk.
Service of what is right. You gotta do terrible things. It breaks my heart.
I wonder why they're over-dramatising it. Do you reckon they're doing it to make it really clear to us?
I wish I enjoy your freedoms, Mr. Marston.
I'm trying to find a man, an American, an outlaw named Bill Williamson. I believe he came here to seek protection from another outlaw named Javier Escuela.
You're no moralist, but you hunt outlaws?
So it would seem. You heard anything of these men?
I am the government, or what is left of it.
Man, the soundscape's very loud.
They're possibly hiding with thieves and killers who pose as freedom fighters in the hills around here. They're united under one traitor named Abraham Reyes.
Where could I find this Reyes?
I love the fact he rolls his R's. Reyes.
Be there, hunting him with everything that is true within me. Reyes finds you.
Like cholera.
Something like that. But it's possible, though. My men are trying to lure him into a trap. Possibly you could ride with us. And if everything goes okay, I'm sure the Coronel will help you.
Okay.
So this cutscene, for example, would it always be bad weather? Or would you be... You know, if you went during the day, would it be that instead? I'm curious to know that. If you guys let me know in the comments down below, that'd be awesome. Oh, what the fuck? What's happening here?
Los rebeldes están robando el tren.
Levántese, perezoso, que sepa que le estoy pagando. Marston, you're gonna have to do something.
What?
You have to go out there and stop the train before it crosses the bridge.
Yeah.
¡Todavía levántese! ¡Usted también! Y allá atrás, muévase. ¿Qué les pasa a usted? Ay, Dios
Look where they've lit up the broad in the back.
mío.
Whoa, what the hell? Whoa, those brakes work good. Who blew that up? Was that like the bandits or?
Eres llorón, maricón. Me das asco. Hablas lealtad, pero eres transparente. Estarás aplaudiendo cuando mi cabeza está empelado, ¿verdad?
No, mi excelencia. Mis hombres y yo estamos...
I love the fact that I have no idea what he's saying, but I know he's groveling just by his body language.
Muchacho, jovencito, sin vergüenza. ¿Qué diablos este cabrón?
That's the man who helped us defeat Reyes. The man I spoke to you of. Vento, Mexico.
Hello, sir.
Hola, gringo. So you are the bounty hunter, huh? Have you found your prey yet?
No, sir.
Perhaps you come to hunt me, huh? Your country loves to make trouble in mine.
Perhaps, but it isn't so.
Perhaps I should tie you to a horse and let it drag you around town. Or let the dogs fight you, huh? Then see what you say.
I'd say the same thing.
It's amazing how they just...
Two men to justice.
Just by the composition, I could tell who's weak.
Your politics or
Even by the eyeline levels.
not my concern.
Yeah, I suppose not. Pero son tuyos. Sinceramente, espero que me encontraste alguna compañía más interesante que ese bruja.
Can you translate that to English?
Let me ask you this, sir.
Or you're not meant to understand it?
I'm looking for?
Well, unless you can speak Mexican.
Escuela is from this province. His father was a borracho, a drunk who worked as a laborer on land cultivated by my uncle. Men like that are natural allies for Reyes. My people have lived and worked here for 100 years. We brought civilization. And these people, these fucking monkeys, despise us. We brought them God! And they turned their back on him. Now I fight to help them from themselves, to save them from themselves. I see in their faces that they would kill me if they could. They see only a tyrant. That is the way it is.
No cameras, just fall in ever so slightly.
Well, sorry
helps
to hear that.
Sorry.
with the thread of storytelling.
It is a way of mankind. A fight between two forces. Que será, será. What will be, will be.
I like the little hairlight as
I know
well.
one thing, Senor Marston.
What's the brow?
Force. Force must be used if you are to have your own way.
And they're doing very quick cuts as well, aren't they?
Perhaps you
Freshen it up a little bit because it is just a dialogue exchange.
Well, I find these men for you.
After we find the men, then I'll help in any way I can.
You are in no position to negotiate.
Oh, here we go. Favours of favours again.
A bunch of these idiots men are fighting at Tesoro Azul. Now you head there and you lend your support.
Here we go again.
Also, ¿cuántas veces voy a decirte? No ponga detrás de mí. ¿Qué eres, cabrón? No está mi sombra. Vaya. Checkpoint.
You know what? I think that is the perfect spot to stop. And the reason being is we're about to start again with these favours of favours, but this time in Mexico. This game has been really interesting, and the reason, and so I mentioned it in the intro, is what is this game going to be doing to lift up that cinematicness? And being that it's an older title compared to all these newer titles that we're checking out, I knew it wasn't going to be the cinematography that blew me away. Don't get me wrong, some of this has been rather good, but what is actually blowing me away is the story, and I thought it would be. These older games, yes, the gameplay I'm guessing is very, very good. Not that we've seen much of it here, but it's the story. This character, Marston, I'm really enjoying. And all these other unlikely heroes like Seth, the snake oil salesman, Dickens, it's characters like that that are really sort of adding to the dynamics of this story and what's making it leave that lasting impression on me. Because yeah, you have got those funny moments, but then, and the quirky characters, but then you get the seriousness of it, like, which I've really enjoyed sometimes every now and then. And I think it's Marston bringing the seriousness to it, which is what I'm really enjoying. But I always like to talk about the cinematography, or what they're doing from a filmmaker's perspective in there, what they're doing to make it, as I've mentioned throughout multiple times, where it's the movement of the camera. The camera is always moving, or it tends to be 9 times out of 10. There's a few static shots in there that I've seen where what they're doing there is they're having the subjects talk within the scene a lot more, but normally it's always those big pedestal moments. The camera is always strafing around, but it's always stabilized steady cam. There's no handshake in there, there's hardly any of that, and I'm kind of really digging it. It's giving me that older movie-esque. I don't know if it's more of the Western style, because I'm not really getting that, even though the story is, I'm not getting that look. I'm getting sort of late 90s movies-esque vibes of it when it comes to the visual narrative, and that I am really enjoying. They're also filling out their frames there with shadows, and when it comes to the actual composition, they're very full framing. The things that I don't like on there, and I don't know if that's part of the visual decision or as in director's decision, it might be limitations to the actual game itself, is the shallow depth of field. It's not shallow enough sometimes. It could be really a lot more prettier. But then again, it's an older game. It really does feel like you're on a really high f-stop so you can see everything, and it's just, if it was more shallow like it has been in some instances, it'd be a much prettier visually. The internal lighting is completely whack on this. Sometimes it's nice when it's motivational, as in it's a light source that is bouncing onto the subjects, but mainly most of the internal stuff is quite ugly. But again, they could have made it pretty by having little practical lights in there and things like that, but then it's working with the time. You wouldn't have them on during the day. It's only in movies that you see that sort of stuff, but as a cinematographer, that's what we would do on our shots or scenes to lift up that visual look to it. The outside stuff, however, has been really beautiful. Sort of, I'd say about 80-20 really. 80% of it has been beautiful with the, you know, we've got the sunrise, the sunset, the long shadows, beautiful blues in there when we're going into blue hour. I love that. Even at high noon sort of times, they're getting the shorter shadows, but you're giving loads of black bags on our characters and giving us that harsh, because that's the thing, is with high noon you get harsher shadows. The softer the lighting, the more expensive it looks. And with this, the 20% that is ugly is when I've always questioned more of the line of, can you see these missions no matter what time of day? Because sometimes the characters have been so dark, I'm like, what is this ugly lighting? And that's what makes me think that it's actually in world time. I don't know what they call it, but it's actually like a full day cycle and you're playing a mission no matter what. One, that's great for immersiveness for a player. Sadly, it comes with the caveat of sometimes you're going to get some really ugly lighting. So pushing the cinematography aside and all the cinematicness of it, it's the story that's really selling this. And I love the character development that we've getting all these in the thread of storytelling. The mission, the favour of a favour is starting to run dry a little bit with me. If I was playing, I'd be like, oh, come on now. Do we need to do another favour? And yet Marston's character is also replicating or mimicking what I'm also feeling. And that is kind of good in one way. I kind of like that because it's getting boring for us, because it will get boring. But at the same time, the character's reflecting our boredom. But now we've changed over to Mexico and we're used to favours. We've been doing favours this whole time. How's the story going to change ever so slightly to keep it refreshing? So I'm really curious to see how they do that. And I'm looking forward to catching the villain of it, or this arch enemy that we have. And also there's two of them, and I don't know if the other character yet is also someone that we used to ride with, but it seems like Marston knows. But yeah, I'm really curious to see how they take the story, and yeah, will it get better in the second half? Thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.
Out of time!